tell us you are okay. And we know you're not, but tell us and we'll figure it out.
Free Britney.
Free Britney.
Free Britney. Clearly, we love Britney Spears.
Yes.
And clearly, a lot of people love Britney Spears. And that's kind of how this documentary kind of begins. It shows all these people carrying signs that say Free Britney. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what that is, you're kind of like, what? She's fine. Like, what's wrong with Britney Spears? Now it's got the attention of the New York Times, who did a whole documentary on it. It's on Hulu. That's kind of going viral.
Going back for like people that don't know, back in, I think it was it 2008, 2009, she kind of had, she had a mental breakdown, but this documentary shows you why she had a mental breakdown. This girl became famous back when she was 15, 16 years old, and then blew up and became Britney Spears, the icon of like the American teenage girl. She was cute and fun and had a cute little accent and could sing and dance. And, all the girls that, needed somebody to look up to, that's who Britney was. And like, not even little girls, little boys. The paparazzi is what made all of this happen. Like, they were interviewing paparazzi in this documentary.
They talked to the guy who, it was his car that she attacked with the umbrella. Mm-hmm. And I remember, it was a different time back then. I was a different person, back then, being just like, oh my God, Britney's lost her mind. She's going crazy. What is wrong with her? She was a new mother. Mm-hmm. She was like one of the most famous people in the entire world. She was a young woman, like going through all of this. There wasn't anything wrong with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We were what was wrong with her. Like the media, the people, the fans, honestly, just the culture around not only Britney Spears, but people like Paris Hilton, people like, Lindsay Lohan, like that kind of just where we like hated and like belittled and made fun of young women who were going through huge things in their life as they were young. You've seen those pictures of her shaving her head, mm-hmm. like walking into a salon and shaving her own head, and being like, what the heck is wrong with her?
Yeah.
And then the pictures of her attacking this paparazzi's car with an umbrella.
Early 2000s, so I was like 5, 6 years old, and Oops, I Did It Again came out, and the red outfit and the dance. Like, I learned I was the biggest Britney fan. I had her posters. I had her hit clips, if anybody remembers those.
Oh, yes.
I had like all kinds of Britney stuff. My mom, she always kind of, didn't limit to what I listened to, but like if somebody was doing crazy things, she'd be like, you probably, you don't want to be like that, or you don't want to be involved in that. So when all of that happened, I got the idea that, oh, Britney's crazy. Like, she's a wild pop star now. And like, obviously me being 11, 12 years old, I was like, oh, I don't need to watch this, and I don't need to, probably be a fan of hers anymore, because now she's crazy Britney. But looking at it now, I'm like, bless her. Like, nobody helped her. Like, the paparazzi made her look, and the other parts of the media made her look like she was insane.
When we talk about paparazzi, like on a different level, like in her face, no matter where she is, mm-hmm. around her car, surrounding her, she's like going through the freaking drive-through to get like a cheeseburger, mm-hmm. and they're like on her car. She's like, I'm scared. I'm scared. Please stop. I'm scared. And they won't stop. Mm-hmm. The Matt Lauer interview is he asked her, what will make the paparazzi leave you alone? And she starts crying. She's like, I don't know. And she starts crying. She's I don't know.
That's a meme now. And that's what's still sad about it, because, she's still going through all this, and people still find ways to poke fun of like everything that has happened.
Yeah, let's talk about the conservatorship. So kind of during that time when things kind of got out of control, her father filed for a conservatorship, which usually it's for people who are like old or like invalid, who cannot take care of not even just like their money or their finances, but like their body, like can't feed themselves, can't take care of themselves. And so a conservator is like a guardian, essentially, that makes all of the decisions for that person legally, because they are unable to do it for themselves. Britney's dad has been Britney Spears' conservator for like 12 years now.
But in the meantime, really a big part of her life before he became the conservator, you know, like
a conservator is usually for someone who is incompetent, and that's why they need this guardian. But the whole time that her dad has been her conservator, she's still put out music. She's still done shows. She had her residency in Vegas for a long time. She's still working. She's clearly able to do and make decisions and be a person. She has tried to get, you know, she's like, I don't need a conservator, and two, if I have to have one, I don't want it to be my dad. But to this day, he still is in control of all of her finances, all of her money, anything that she does. He gets to decide what she does with her money, what performances she does, who she works with, who's allowed to like be around her, like in her house and her family. Some of her fans started to realize what this means, have started this Free Britney movement kind of thing. She's come out and said that, like, I'm not going to work anymore until he doesn't have control over me.
You know, she's having to bottle up all of this talent and, you know, like thing that she can do to make all these people in the world happy. And it's like, you know, they won't let her be great. And I mean, I'm fully on the Free Britney movement, like Free Britney.
Yes.
I mean, I think she's went through a lot of mental health, you know, issues, but I mean, if she's fully capable of having a Vegas residency and going on tours for these past few years, I don't see what has changed now.
Everyone's against her for whatever reason, for stuff from her past, for the image of her that we as just people have put onto her. And that goes from like fans of just like music videos and songs all the way up to like judges and things that are controlling her life.
When that song, I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, came out, and it was like, feels like I'm caught in the middle, you know? And it's like, I kind of feel like, I mean, yes, she's a grown woman. They haven't let her blossom to like what she could be because they're treating her like a little girl.
People have been listening for a while now, but it has been kind of on a smaller like social media, like only if you're like a fan of Britney, or if you know, are on certain sides of TikTok or whatever, you see this stuff. But now the New York Times putting this out on Hulu, it's available to so many more people, and lots of people just like, y'all have you watched this? You need to watch this. Have you watched this? Because it's just, people didn't know.
Like, they reached out to her dad, her mom, Jamie Lynn Spears, and even Britney herself, but they were like, we don't know if she received that message. And I'm like, if you're a Britney fan or have ever been, or want more information on the life of Britney and what's going on right now and why people are on Twitter yelling Free Britney and things like that, watch this documentary because it shed a lot of light. And, you know, I hope there's a part 2 because I'd like to know more. You know, I want to keep up with this because like I said, I've been a Britney fan for a long, long time. Leave Britney alone.
Leave her alone.
Se quel guerriero io fossi, se nel mio sogno si avverasse, un esercito di prole